Trying. Good morning, good morning, good morning. No, no. You can hear me now? All right. Ah, finally. You know, that kind of made me nervous this morning, y'all. Very, very nervous. I just had to turn the mic on and off. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Look at that. Little troubleshooting in the morning. Let me set this. We're going to get started in a minute. If you are not new here, go ahead and take the poll. And for those of you that are watching the replay, thank you for sticking in. Your answer remains the same. Blight. Yeah, I have a bit of blight too. Maybe I should have reset that in the poll. But if it was a bug, right, Nancy, a bug, not just like which mic I'm using? Okay, DJI Mic Mini. I will drop it to you now while it's on my mind because honestly, it is morning for me. Is it not morning for you? Because honestly, Jack, if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget. Four seasons. So I'm using DJI Mic Mini. If you put that into your search on Amazon, that will come up for you. So I am just gonna, let me close down some windows. Let me get everything good and together. Y'all see I got my notes this morning. Guess what? There are pictures in here this time. Remember how I used to do the pictures because not only do I need to know what it is, I need you guys to see what I'm talking about. So let me go in and say my good mornings. Good morning, Chanel, and then we're gonna do our ground rules and all this stuff. Just moving over. I'm gonna close my door because we got folks that like to interrupt me. My water. All right. Man. So how's everybody this morning? I'm gonna come in and say hello in a second. Let me just move some stuff around. Tomorrow's gonna be my working stream. I have a lot of stuff to do here and here. And I've been kind of busy lately, so some of the stuff is kind of neglected. Some of the stuff looks very, very good. So, yeah. Before we get started today, let me move you guys in a little bit closer. All right. Y'all like my new tripod? It's pretty neat. Anywho. So today's stream, right? Today's stream, you can hear me? Perfect. Today's stream is about good bugs, bad bugs, and good bugs that turn bad. So, like I said, I don't have my coffee this morning. I got up and I forgot to turn my coffee pot on. I brewed the coffee yesterday, so all I needed to do was make sure I turned it on warmer enough. And I went to come upstairs and I was like, dang, I forgot to warm up my coffee, and I don't like to drink cold coffee. Anywho, we're going to be talking about bug save. But before we do, let me do some ground rules, and then I'm going to come back in and say hello to everybody that came in. Thank you, everybody, for sticking it out with me for the little sound issue that we had. So, number one, PG-13 stream. Number two, I love the interaction, so please do. Let's chat together, problem solve together, talk about experiences together. Number three, the mods have the ability to put you out and on timeout. So let's be respectful of everybody in the chat. and all those things. Did I forget anything? And yes, I have the best moderators in the land. So if any moderators are online and you would like to drop the links for the moderators, please do. Please do drop your links. I'm not by the computer, so I can do it, but I don't want to be typing on my phone. So drop your links. And for those of you that have not been in the Discord lately, we're going to get the Discord back and popping. So let me go back and say hello to everybody. I'm going to just go back in the stream for a little bit. So Pepper Rookie, Jacqueline, Nancy, let's see, Donzel, Peach. Who else we got in here? Sir Monkey, Brother, Chanel, Tag, That's My Art, Nisi the Garden Rookie. Is that everybody? Miss J.K. Gardner, Gorgeous, So Good Gardner. Good morning, Calvin. How are you? All right, and G Mama. Good morning, everybody. I think I got everybody. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. And for those of you that are going to watch the replay, I hope that you get something out of this. So we've been talking about bugs lately, right? Good bugs and bad bugs, the leaf-footed bug, all the bugs. So I'm going to cover, I want to say high level, because there are tons of bugs out there. And I did a lot of different research here. So, hey, if you have not taken the poll, go in and take the poll. And let's do that this morning. And mods, just so you know, I don't have my chat on moderated function, so I hope you got me this morning. Just so you know, for those of you guys that are outside, have fun listening in. I do have some pictures of bugs today, but I just kind of want to talk about it, right? So for me, bugs are a problem. This is I'm going to say the one bug that's a problem that I don't really have a solution for, that does not affect your plants, are mosquitoes. You see I have on long sleeves is because I'm going to be in the garden later. They have been tearing my behind up. I mean, my arms, I'm having to wear long, like, pants outside. The mosquitoes are bothering me. You hear me? Oh, Tag says, she said good morning to everybody, typed it up, and it went poof. I hear you, Tag. All right. So here's how we, hey, Patty. She said, preach. Yeah, the mosquitoes, they tearing me up outside. I filled up one of my raised beds yesterday, got toe up, okay? Toe up. All right. So here's how we look at the bugs. Here's how we look at the bugs. How you doing, Eclipse? Welcome in. Let's make sure you're not in here for I give blood in the garden every day. The mosquitoes are happy. There you go. That's another way of thinking about it, but that ain't the way I want to give blood. Scooter bugs had you bring up the, yeah. Good morning, Michael. Good morning. Welcome in. Long sleeves, yeah. So you know those Gardener Defense sleeves. I had Jacqueline send me a link. I'm getting some, maybe 2 pair, because can y'all imagine me? Like yesterday, it was at one point, I felt like I was running in the yard, like in circles, running from them. And I'm like hitting and everything. I know that these neighbors over here, they're not used to me, but they starting to look. You know how like when you get the new kid on the block? Oh, that's right. Thank you, Chanel. If you're coming in, make sure you hit the like button on your way in so that you don't forget on your way out. All right? So I'm running around and I'm like the new kid on the block, right? The neighbors that are on the side of us, they see me out there. And can you imagine how I look out there running and fanning and everything? At one point, I feel like I just took off running in a circle in the backyard. I could not, and they were like all in my ears. And y'all know that mosquito sound. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Okay? So let's talk about the bad bugs and the good bugs. This is what we're here for this morning, right? Good bugs and bad bugs. If you took the poll, your mom told me that mosquitoes in a country in SC was testing positive for the West Nile virus. Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so be careful how we getting bit by those mosquitoes. And I didn't have any of the, so I was gonna come in and use some of my daughter's spray, and I have not seen. We've been unpacking, and I can't find the bug spray to put on me. Dengue fever. Okay. So yeah, mosquitoes do carry diseases. Okay. So let's just be very, very careful. I'm pretty sure you would have paid to see me running in this backyard. So I'm gonna give the poll a couple more minutes before we come in. So let's get down to earth with how to look for these bugs, right? Number one, easiest thing ever. Flip the flip your leaf over to see if you see bugs on the underside of your leaves. 9 times out of 10, that's how you're gonna see them. So you be out there sweating like Smokey. It turns out all gardens blood type changes to sweet as your garden grows. So yeah, maybe I have the really sweet blood. I am a really sweet person. Okay. So go out at dusk or dawn when the night shift crews. So the night shift crews are this: slugs, earwigs, cutworms. They clock in at that time. No problem, Jack. They clock in. So dusk or dawn, go outside and check. I know last night Shelly did a silent live. She saw a big old slug in her cabbage, right? So that's one thing. Read the damage, not just the bug. Ragged holes. So that means something with jaws, like caterpillars and beetles took out your plant. Yellow speckles, curling or sticky shine. Something with the straw. So like when I say straw, I mean like the little thing that come out of their mouth. So like aphids, mite, whiteflies, or scales. Those are the things that, you got to read the damage. If you see that, 9 times out of 10, you have aphids, mites, whiteflies, or scale. And if you see like sticky or like a honeydew, like bug, it's bug poop basically. So black mold, sooty mold grows on it. Ants farming your plants is also a giant clue. So when slugs come and they like go across the plant or your leaf, it's like a little shiny slime. That's how you know that the slugs are there. And then they bite these holes in your leaves, and it's just disgusting, right? So that is what we're looking for when we do these bugs, right? And the rule of thumb, right? A few holes is not an emergency. Um, so, and if there's zero bug damage, usually that means that the beneficial bugs are also not in there. How you doing, Rutilation? How you doing? Okay. So let me tell y'all, when I'm on these live streams, I'm kind of gonna veer off for a second. A lot of times I don't remember some of the things that you guys say after the stream. Like I'm so hyped up, right? And Rutilation sent me seed houses for my GreenStalk. Speaking of GreenStalk, a little shameless plug. GreenStalk is having a sale on their 7-tier leaf planter. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to get the 7-tier leaf planter, the ones with the smaller pockets. I want one. So I think I'm going to get it. I don't know if I'm going to get it today or tomorrow. I'm going to get it. But yeah, she sent it to me. And so she sent me an email and was like, did you get your package? And I'm sitting here like, what package? Then I went to the mailbox and it was there. She sent me a ton of seed houses because she knows I'll use them. And so I want to say publicly, thank you. Also to the Pepper Rookie. He sent me some, I think it's like cowboy candy mixed with pineapples, hot sauce, and some spice. Now, Pepper Rookie, the spice, how hot is it? You said you want a smaller one for an herb tower. Now is the time. It's 30% off. I'd much rather pay what, 118 I think it is, than to pay 169. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get it, and I think I'm gonna remove the herbs from the original, and I think I'm gonna put them in the leaf planter. You appreciate the leaf that get it. So you hear that? In my mind, you said get it. I bet you I won't forget that after the stream. A couple of your pepper plant leaves now look like lace. Let's get into it, right? Let's get into it, Peach. So we're gonna do like a little chat exercise, right? A little chat exercise. No problem, Peach, no problem. Type chew in the chat if your damage is holes and ragged edges. So type chew. It's a seafood one, thank you. Type suck if it's yellow speckles, curling, or sticky. And type both if you're the lucky one that has both. Well, good morning, Miss T. You made it in. Your grow tower struggle in the summer heat down here in SC, mainly grow strawberries, peas, and okay, cool. Chew, both. Okay. So we're just kind of trying to determine, right? So I'm going to start going through the various bugs. I have some pictures some bugs I don't have pictures of because I feel like, you know, knock on wood or whatever. I think that some of them are kind of common sense a little bit on what they look like. So let's talk about what plagues most of us most of the time, right? Let's talk about it. Aphids. So they're clusters, tiny pear-shaped specks on them, new growth, and it also means ants are nearby. The easy fix for aphids. So let me just show you. I've experienced, and I did this, and I did it before, right? Aphids to me look different. They're different type of aphids. I don't know where they come from. I don't like them. So the aphids that I see during the summertime, let me show you. These are the aphids. Let me know if you can see it. If you see these are the aphids that I see during the summertime, right? And you could do a couple things. You could blast them with a water, but if you blast them with water, your beans have no leaves at all. I think that's something like straight up eating them. Let me come back to that. That's my art. You guys, this chat is, yeah, ants nearby is the best clue. Yes. And during the fall, during leafy green season, what we're going into now, here's also what aphids look like. I've experienced this. Most of us have experienced this. You see this? Nasty. Grasshoppers will eat leaves. Thank you. Thank you. So you hear that? Who said that? That's my art. Do you have a lot of grasshoppers in your yard? Good morning, Chris. Donzel said yuck. You're saying yuck at this? So you go out and you look on the back of your leaves of your cabbages and your kale and you see this come fall, you got aphids. So there's a couple ways. You got those nasty gray ones. Ain't it nasty? So you could blast them with a hose. And you have to repeatedly do that because they will come back. So if you're home and you have time to go out there, blast them with a hose. Also, certain things eat aphids. So like the ladybugs, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, right? Ladybugs. So yeah, grasshoppers will eat your leaves too. I had a grasshopper problem a couple years ago. They were eating up my pepper plants real good and some of my beans. So here are the green aphids that I see a lot during the summer. Did you also know that when there's too much nitrogen in your soil, that will also bring aphids? So last year, I don't know if you guys remember, I had green beans planted and I kept noticing my green beans just kind of like looked different. The leaves were curling, all types of things. And I pulled them out. They were what they call, I don't know if they're called nitrogen aphids, but they were white. Aphids all in the soil. You know what I did? I pulled every single green bean out of that section of the garden and I put in diatomaceous earth in the soil. Yes, I did. And then if that didn't work, I'm not gonna lie, I was straight up about to put some Sevin dust in my soil. All right, let me end the poll. Let's see what you guys got for me. Heebie-jeebies. So grasshoppers is phobia number 1. Okay. There we go. So funny thing you say about heebie-jeebies, when I was printing out these pictures, I got the heebie-jeebies when I was printing them out. Just seeing what some of them look like just totally grosses me out. So let's see. So what's plaguing us? Chewed up leaves, 38%. 33% of us honestly have no clue. And then 21%, something's eating your fruit. And then sticky leaves, curled up tips, 8%. So at least you guys are honest. Let's see. No, you did not know that about. Yeah, too much nitrogen will bring them. All-purpose flowers keeps chewing off insects from chewing. Do not use self-rising. Works just like that. Okay, thank you, G Mama. Look at that. Excess nitrogen turns into sugars, which attracts aphids and other bugs. Hey, Shelly, good morning. Welcome on in. So yeah, that like some of these bugs are gonna give you the heebie-jeebies, right? So here's another thing that we just went into: squash bugs, right? So most of us, so I was confusing squash bugs personally with something else. So let me just show you. I did 2 different pictures of squash bugs so we can be clear about what it is. So they're flat gray brown shields, brown eggs, clusters, and V's, right? So Shelly, I'm gonna wait. So an easy fix for that is if you get you some duct tape and roll it and get the squash bugs out, or board traps at night. You could do those 2 things. The nitrogen pushes new growth. The bugs prefer the tender growth. Exactly. So that is what the aphids are. So squash bugs. Let's get into it with the squash bugs. So if you want to think about one squash bug, right? One squash bug. This is like a blown up picture of what the squash bug looks like. How many of these squash bugs come into your garden, right? There we go, squash bug. But what we want to check for, if you check under the leaves, right? Here's how they colonize. That's what I call them. They colonized. And these are how the squash bugs colonize. Nasty, right? So that gave me the heebie-jeebies, right? Also, if you want to become a member of the channel, click into that link. Oh, and let me say this, right? I don't know if you guys noticed, right? YouTube is doing something where they're running, yeah, the blown up pic of what the squash bug looked like. Oh, here's what I wanted to say about Shelly. So I was playing on the internet. Squash bugs are horrible. I was playing on the internet and I was on Instagram and I kept seeing these people with the little kitchen blow torches go out to their squash plants and burn up these bugs without burning up the plant. So I mentioned it to Shelly one day and she was like, no way, that was AI. It can't be real. I said, okay, the next time I see something like that, I'm gonna send it to you. I send it to her and she was like, get out. I think that's what she said. So she called me one day and she says, are you looking? Are you paying attention? And I was doing something at the time and she was like, Chaz, look at me for a second. So I looked. She had a blowtorch. She had a blowtorch. You can still do it on live. And she took it out to her plant and she did it. She was like, get out. It worked. So for those of you that want to try it, get one of those little kitchen blow torches and go out there and have at it and get rid of your squash bugs. Y'all saying, was it necessary for me to blow up the pictures? She did it and it worked. And now I want to do it, but I don't have any squash bugs currently. At least I don't think so. At least I hope I don't. But yeah, squash bugs, they a problem. She said, oh my God, it was unbelievable. So she took it and she burned them up. Okay? She burned them up. So in the chat a while ago was my bot. It dropped in the link for the members, right? If you want to become a member, please do. YouTube is doing a thing where you go in and if you click it, it's giving you 1 month free. Now, read all the language. Read all the language. Read all the language and just know that it might auto renew, whatever. And so I'm not telling you to go in and get the free subscription to be a member if it might auto renew. Basically, I'm not really sure. Mine's auto renews for the channels that I'm members of. But if you want to become a member, enjoy the members only content and see what we do over there with the members only stuff, the exclusive access, go in, hit the thing, become a member. It's free for the first month. Okay, just wanted to put it out there for those of you that were wondering. If you click it and you can join and be a member free for a month. Stink bugs were your biggest problem last season as you gear up to start the new season. You're just not ready to deal with them. The leaf-footed bugs, hopefully you get some. You got your torch ready? Look, I'm getting me a torch and I'm going to try it. Now, this bug got me really good this season. The squash vine borer. Wine wilts overnight, sawdust like a go-to. So you see it's like it looks really, really nasty. It was really satisfying. Right. So number one, we like butterflies and we like the things in our yard, right? So, but this one isn't really pretty. This is what the squash vine borer looks like when it becomes like one of the flies, right? This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Hey Cece, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for dropping the Discord link. Peach is saying, Shelly, I wonder if a full-size blowtorch will work. A full-size blowtorch might burn up your garden. So this is an evil moth. You know what this evil moth does? I know I blew the picture up and it was disgusting, but I needed to make my point. This is the squash vine borer. This nasty little thing will take out your squash. Nasty little thing. It gave me the heebie-jeebies. And this, when you go out in your garden and you see it, you know you've been got, right? You've gotten got if you see your... And so I see people putting like aluminum foil over their plants and stuff like that. It's just nasty. So I think I seen Unique do it. She did like surgery and she dug it out. I'm not doing that. I can't do it. I don't have the stomach. She said yuckity yuck. So yeah, I don't have the stomach, so I'm not gonna go in with a razor blade and pick them out. That's a thing. That's a thing. Why did I... You don't like the picture, CC? One of the things that you could do, they're all full of gooey guts, nasty. Yeah, so you got to get them before you get got. Now, the way to get them before you get got is to put row covers out in your gardens early, right? Put row covers out early. Good morning, Miss Shirley. Last season, it took out all your squash out. Let's see. So you haven't seen it so far? Listen. So you could cover early before they come in. Do all those things. So yeah. Now, covering early, I don't know how it works. You have those in your garden and you had no idea? You mean like these flies? These Cece said it's pretty. I don't think this fly is pretty. I don't. So yeah, that's the squash vine borer. It takes us out every single time. Well, it takes me out. So I had what, 1, 2, 3, 4 squash plants. All 4 got this season. So I put a zucchini out there late. I'm hoping that I have no problems with that one. I have another squash plant that I'm gonna bring over here that I'm hoping that I can get some type of harvest out of. So I'm trying to beat the clock with the frost. So I have another one. I see a lot of new names, a few new names in here. I hope you come in and subscribe. Good morning, Miss Shirley in the bushes. I hope you're doing something productive in your garden. You're setting up your new rubber row covers this weekend for your autumn brassicas and such. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do row covers in the raised beds over here. I don't think I am. Maybe when it starts to get like cold. Now is a great time. Yeah. So I have zucchinis going at the other house, and I have a squash seedling that I'm going to bring over here. So, yeah, I feel like now is a perfect time to plant that squash because the squash vine borer should be gone, right? Should be gone. So one of the things I haven't seen, I don't have any wood here, but knock on wood, I haven't seen this next bug in a minute, right? Haven't seen it in a minute. The tomato hornworm. Be careful. Yes, I did blow it up. So if you don't want to see it, close your eyes, right? Where's Chanel at? Because she don't like seeing stuff like this. She might have seen it. Tomato hornworm will demolish your plants. How many of you guys have these? Rutilation says, I'm doing cleanup today so you can get your squash planted. The darn stink bugs are still here. I'm going to have to look up what to do for stink bugs. You had hornworms everywhere, CC? Did you take a black... You think it's cute? I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's cute at all. I think you might be one of the only ones that thinks that the hornworm is cute. I haven't had one in a really long time. Thank God. And I haven't had one in a long time because I plant a lot of basil and marigolds around my tomato plants, and I don't think they like it, so they don't really come around mine. I hope that I never have that issue. Look away, Ethel. You saw that darn hornworm got on your nerves. It was your first time seeing it this season, okay? You baptized you baptized them. I think I know what that did you play that song? Take me to the king, take me to there, take me to there. So the hornworm. And you know you have a hornworm because the poop is big and it has droppings all over the place, right? When you go outside, your tomato looks your tomato bush is all eaten. It will eat it down to sticks. Sticks. You hear me? Sticks. You found another gooey guts. Found 11 tiny babies a few nights ago. Nasty. Nasty. So the tomato hornworm. Let me test something. Yeah, to the upper room. If you have had hornworms, right? If you had hornworms, put a 2 in the chat. If you've had hornworms this season, put a 2 in the chat. Oh, you missed a leaf with eggs. 11 hornworm babies. That's crazy. Their poop looks like little grenades. Literally. I agree. That's a lot of twos, CC. So they was having Thanksgiving in your garden, basically. Did you have any basil or marigold planted near them? Because I'm just trying to see if y'all know that certain gardeners don't believe in companion planting. Hey, Spider Gwen, how are you? So yeah, these little nasty things have poop that looks like grenades. That's a fact. And they will eat up your plant. Hey, Nitro, welcome in, welcome in. Everybody hit the like button on your way in so you don't forget on your way out, right? So hornworms, right? Hand pick them. Well, maybe not with your hands, but get something and get them out of there, and get them out of there quick. You have basil and oregano planted with yours? Okay. Like, you got to get them out of there and get them out of there quick. And find all the babies, too. Right? So get them out of there, companion plant with them. The next one is something that we all need to be wary of going into the fall. Yes, basil will slow them down, but you have to plant a lot of them. I plant a lot of it. The tomatoes were taller than the companion plants? Okay. Peach said that her bugs did not get the memo because she has marigolds and basil planted everywhere. Peach's basil looks like trees. And I mean, it's big. I even have some basil that looks like a tree. So, yeah. I plant a lot of peppers and tomatoes, and some still find their way in the plants. I get it. So the next one It got me good last season. I did not like it, did not like it at all. The cabbage worm. Y'all can see that I feel down as I say it. It's traumatizing. You found 2 on your pepper plants? That's crazy. Now y'all got me wanting to check my pepper plants. Messing with this camera real quick. All right, you got me wanting to check my pepper plants, but the cabbage worm, right? Yes, I did blow it up. Look away if you got a weak stomach, but these little things, cabbage worm. The best way, easiest fix is a row cover and BT spray. So they're velvety green worms and they come from the little white butterflies, right? See that peach? Has it ever gotten you? Check all your nightshades for the hornworms, right? The heifer is lurking already. That's right. So this is why I may put a cover when I start to put my little babies out there, my baby cabbages, because these things love your stuff. You cover all your brassicas. You have hornworms on your eggplants too. Yeah, they like nightshades in general. All right, those cabbage worms are ugly, but the ones you have don't look like that. You have a blue line down the top middle of them. I don't know. Maybe there's another worm. Do I have any more? I don't know if I have any more pictures of worms here. I'm covering the high level ones that go back. Anybody, if you've gotten, that didn't make any sense, by the cabbage hornworm, put a 3 in the chat. If the cabbage worm has gotten you, put a 3 in the chat. Here's my 3. 3. It's gotten me a lot. Okay? They come in. That's what it makes. They're different ones. There you go. 3. I mean, last year I was so happy to have cabbages, and then you can't stand them. Look, me neither. I can't. 3 times infinity. There you go. And I had these cabbages, and I thought it was the groundhog, honestly. But then I went in there and I started pulling some. They were everything. Oh, the lizards got you. You don't cover anything. I don't have lizards up here, Pepper Rookie. That's why you got no brassicas this spring. That was your first time growing in the spring. You wasn't ready. By the time you covered, you trapped the things in there, they decimated your plants in the GreenStalk. That is so sad. Simon did get blamed. Simon got blamed. I haven't seen Simon in a minute, and I think it's just because I'm not there. But towards the end of your cool season, you just uncover the smaller ones and let the worms enjoy them. So you use it as bait. You use your smaller ones that you're not going to eat as bait to keep them off your other stuff. That's interesting. I'm assuming that you're using it as bait, right? Okay. So who is planting a fall crop of potatoes? Right? Let's get into potatoes. Fall crop of potatoes. Type I am in the chat. Fall crop of potatoes. Because if you are, this next bug is for you. You are? Okay. Potato beetle. You see these out in your garden? If you see them, get rid of them. And you know who does something? How the easiest way to get rid of them? Get you a soapy bucket of water and do like Tag does. Take the bugs off and throw them in the soapy water. Hand pick them right on off. Potato beetle. I have not had these before and I don't want them. So soapy water, get them on off your plants. Potato beetle. Have you seen these before? Let me know. You are so welcome, Peach. Flick them. Yep. Flick them on off. You stupid little things, you can't stand them. They are the juiciest little soft body bugs. Even the chickens won't eat them. That is nasty. Nasty. So let me tell y'all what I did. I ordered some seed potatoes because I didn't have time. Y'all know I don't have a lot of time to go to the store and just get the little organic potatoes to grow. And I ordered them July the 21st. And I did not read. And what I ordered was a pre-order. So I'm not going to get my potatoes anytime soon. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do the fall potatoes. But come spring, I'll be able to do spring potatoes. You haven't had to deal with them? Lucky you. So the next bug, crooked if the chickens won't eat them. Look, that means they real nasty. Let me just take a sip of water real quick. When we get to the good bugs, I'm going to move back to the computer because I didn't get a chance to print some of those out. And we're going to bring them up on the computer so I can show you different versions of them. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, even if the chickens don't want them. So this next bug I've seen on my pepper plants a lot. You got some potato seeds? That was a good one, Chanel. That was a good one. I have some potato seeds too. I'll send them to you so we can try them together. All right. This next thing, pepper rookie. I don't know if the lizards can really eat these, but tell me. Spider mites. This, when you go into your garden and you see this, spider mites. How many of you guys see spider mites out in your garden? So they're dusty, stippling, fine webbing, worse in heat and dust. Spider mites. Spray water on the leaf undersides, and they hate humidity. So you don't get those, I get those spider mites. So you just gotta spray them really good. Did you look up leaf roller caterpillars? We'll look at it when I get back to when I roll over to the computer. You think so? Do you spray them? So let me give you a close-up version of what they look like. Because I was like, man, they super tiny, but what do they really look like? This is a close-up. If you zoom into them, this is what they look like. You see them? So Peach, if you see them, go out there, spray them really good. Okay? Spray them really good. They don't eat spiders or mites, so yeah. Close up. So this is the webbing, and this is the bug. Yeah, they look like little aliens, right? Yeah. So y'all are reacting the way I reacted when I was printing out the pictures. Y'all are like, ew, yuck, yuckity yuck. So yeah. This one got me good this season. I don't know if it got y'all. You remember my big, luscious, beautiful cucumbers? They're not big and luscious and beautiful anymore. You know why? This sucker right here. So you go out and you look on your leaves. Just, oh my God, I didn't think we could get any nastier, yet here we are. So you go out to your cucumbers and you see this little thing, spray them immediately. You actually love bugs and entomology, but these pests are gross. So this one right here got me good. Close up of it. You see them, get rid of them. So they say that the easiest thing to get rid of those are the sticky traps. I didn't have time to put out sticky traps. So when I go back to the house today, every single cucumber plant that I have has pretty much eaten up. I'm going to do a big cleanup and just start resetting my garden on that side. But it ate those cucumbers up. Now, my cucumbers, they boomed this season. Like, I got a lot of them. And I still have some that I need to process. I was going to try to make refrigerator cucumbers, but color of bees, but definitely not bees. That's right. Yeah, your pals, the cucumber beetles. I hate them. Hate them. And they get on your squash too, by the way. You had a few, but not so many, and you left them alone. I would look. I would get rid of them because you don't want them to multiply, right? You don't want them to multiply. Pickles. Yeah, I was gonna make pickles, but I almost ate all these cucumbers. I might have enough to maybe make a jar or two of pickles at this point. But most of them, I ate them. I sure did. Cut them right up, put some salt, pepper, a little cayenne pepper on there. Ate them. Sure did. Ate them. So yeah, thank you for the hearts in the chat. Did my goal stop? I don't know. It's about to stop in 36 seconds. I'll put them in there. Put in more cucumbers and you won't have as much pressure as it gets colder. I want to reset the bed. That's something to think about, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it because I want to reset the bed. I do. I do. Now, all right, y'all. I'm going to show you a nasty picture. We've all seen them. We said yuck yesterday. We're going to say yuck today. If you was in Shelly's live stream, we sent it. This is a combo picture, right? You just cannot get nasturtiums to germinate. For you, I get them to germinate, but then I put them in the wrong place every single time. Every single time, right? Slugs and snails. You know they're there because they leave slime trails and they eat holes in your plants. Iron phosphate beer traps. I've done beer traps. And morning patrol. Go out in the morning, pick them off. Right? There we go. Yes, I blew them up. I'm sorry. Yuck, nasty. I don't like it. You had those twice, but right when you see them, you cover them with diatomaceous earth. Works on every bug. I should have did that. I feel like I ran out of time this season, so I didn't really do good with patrolling and all this other stuff. So you see this? These things eat up these are chicken treats. 4Seasons says, feed them to your chickens. I had a lot of them one season. So before I got the GreenStalks, remember I used to have the containers in the back? They used to sliver up the containers and go in and eat stuff. Didn't like it at all. Did not like it at all. You know, it was just bad. You haven't seen any slugs or snails? You are lucky. Let's start this goal. You know what? We're going to do something a little different this time. They come out in the fall. They do. They do. They come out. Here we go. All right. We can do a different type of goal. You see more. They like hanging out in my garden too. If you soak nasturtium seeds, also English peas, etc., before sowing, you will probably get better germination. Peach, try that. I haven't tried it, but somebody has. You see more slugs and snails early in the season than later. The slug season is coming back shortly. So I see slugs right before it gets too cold. Salt water spray the slugs and snails. Beer trap works. I did the beer trap. So here's the thing with the beer trap. If you set a beer trap, right? If you set a beer trap, who gonna go out there and get rid of all the slugs that's crawled in the beer? Do you know how yucky that looks? I mean, I do because I tried it, but it's nasty. CC Chanel also has a command now. It's !shine, SHINE. Chanel has content over on her page in the form of pictures, and they are beautiful. And one of the last bugs, you just pour it out, but it's nasty to look at. Nasty. And where are you pouring it out at? So I'll admit, what I did was guilty. I poured it right over to my neighbor's fence. And that was their punishment because I feel like their grapevine smothers my plants. Speaking of grapevine, my neighbors kind of cut down their grapevine on one section. I think they're trying to get rid of the whole thing or restart it. Who knows, right? So thank you, Cece, for dropping the moderators chats. Make sure you go. Yeah, don't look, Ethel. And one of the last things, last bad bugs we're going to talk about. Oh, you thought they were the same thing? No, two different things. One has a hard body shell on it and the other one does not. A pail full of bugs is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so the last one is Japanese beetles. And I feel like, Tag, you have these, and maybe you call them kudzu bugs. They look very similar, right? But she had them on her plants, on her trees, on her house, everywhere. And she got a pail and she put soapy water and she flicks them into the soapy water and throws them in there. And it's very satisfying for her, even though it looks disgusting. Good for her, though, right? Good for her, right? They kind of look like this, and this is what they do to your plants, right? You knock them into soapy water at dawn, skip the bag traps. So they're metallic green, feeding in groups, and they make for lacy leaves. Yes. Like crazy, crazy, crazy annoying, right? Crazy annoying. All right. So let me get to Pone. They make buckshots in your leaves. They do. They do. You battle. Hey, Angela. Welcome on in. Angela sells homes. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Welcome in. Welcome in. And make sure you hit the thumbs up button on your way in so that you don't forget on your way out. So I'm going to go put up another little poll. And while I do that, I will let you guys have a view of what's going on behind us that we're going to work on tomorrow. Let me put up my other poll. And then thank you for the gift, Jacqueline. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dolores out had a vacuuming them off. Just get them off by any means necessary, right? So we want to get them off by any means necessary. All right, so the next poll is, now that we've gone through a lot of different bugs, tell me which one plagues you out of the ones that I'm going to list. Let's see. We went through a lot of them. We saw a lot of pictures. Let me know if you need to see the pictures again. Let me know. Spider mites. And then all right, so if I did not put your bug up there, just type in the chat. Don't forget the leaf rollers. Let me Google that right now. And I'm going to put it on the screen and bring you guys over to the screen. You said leaf rollers. Ew. Okay. Cece, that's nasty. Let me grab this camera. So Cece wants y'all to see these leaf rollers, right? Thank you for the gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cece wants y'all to see the leaf rollers. Spider mites. Leaf-footed. Okay. Look at this. Nasty. Y'all seen these before? Cece, you have these? I think these are on, like, look at that one. Aphids and caterpillars. And look at this one. That's what it means? It like rolls up inside? That's nasty. Now I got the heebie-jeebies. Look at that. Ew. So now, between aphids and spider mites, they take me out. Good morning, Jamia. How are you? If your green bean plants are rolled, they're in there. That's nasty. Any other bugs? Any other bugs y'all want to talk about? Matter of fact, while we're on here, let's leaf-footed bug. Right? Here we go. Let me turn it around again. So if you leaf-footed bug, this is what plagues pepper rookie. Check it out. These little bugs, they nasty looking. Oh, Japanese beetles are your nemesis. Try beneficial nematodes this time. Okay, all right. So you have every single bug you've talked about this morning. Can we get to the good bugs? All right. Yeah, they have a leaf on this right here thing. The leaf. Yep, see, right here, the leaf. The leaf roller. All right. So, all right. Peach, it's your time now. We're going to get to some of the good bugs, right? You have trap crops for your beetles and you spray with insecticidal soap. Yeah. We're going to do another stream, right? Another stream, another day, where we talk about get the scissors and cut right through the roll. Ew. That's like squishying up. On the legs? You're right. Hence leaf-footed. Ha! That's smart. I see why they name it that. This little thing right here of dirt is getting on my nerves. I gotta push it. Leaf-footed is very active in your garden along with the mosquitoes. So we talked about mosquitoes earlier, y'all. I'm gonna say it again. I gotta get me some of them sleeve things. But you know what my fear is with the mosquitoes? I don't like squishy, you're right. My thing with the mosquitoes and these arm things that I'm going to buy from Farmers Defense. What if, thank you for the chili, what if, right? What if the mosquitoes bite me through the things? Folks who eat straight out of their gardens without washing, imagine how many bugs we're eating. I'm going to pause. Leaf-footed bug pierced every single okra you got. That's sad. All right. Did y'all so I'm going to read it again. Folks who eat straight out of their garden without washing, imagine how many of these bugs were eaten, especially aphids. That's nasty. There are food on grocery store bugs too. You're right. But just for me, just the concept of it. Now, I wash my stuff. Protein, my friend. Protein. Yeah. C-tag, that's what I'm talking about. They bite you through your clothes. I'm pretty sure that them mosquitoes bit me through these pants that I be having on. Okay? All right. She said, I watched a mosquito bite me and I felt it. I remember when you couldn't feel them. I don't know that I've ever not felt when a mosquito bit me. Okay? So let's talk about good bugs. Let's talk about good bugs. The most common, in my opinion, good bug is, and y'all know Miss Gail sent me some. Jamie says, The mosquitoes here don't care about clothes, sprays, smoke, or nothing. There you go. Ladybug. In my opinion, it's the most. So nematodes, yeah, I'll go to the computer and pull up the nematode, but ladybug. Everybody knows the adult ladybugs, but if a bug lands on dog poop and water, I'm gonna read this, Pepper Rookie. I guess it's something else to think about. If a bug lands on dog poop when it walks on your vegetables, do you think they wipe their feet first? You still eat straight out of your garden? Hey. So I'll go to the computer a little bit later to look at the ladybug nymphs. So here's the thing. Ladybugs are very pretty. So if you buy ladybugs, one thing to kind of know, right? Where you release them, they usually stay in that area. So that's something to know, right? Something to know. Something to know. You haven't eaten. She said, yes, I've eaten them. I have not died and I'm really old. Leaf cutter bees, and you've been moving into the house, cutting little circles out of your leaves. They're great for pollinating fruit trees. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen those kind of bees. All right. Another good bug, which when I first saw it, I didn't know what it was, and I sent it to heaven. I'm going to admit that now. Gonna admit it now. This bug, I have RIP before I didn't know any better. The green lacewing. The adult is small, pale green with delicate veined wings. Females lay eggs on little stalks and larvae nicknamed aphid lions. Look like miniature alligators and use hooked jaws to drain aphids, caterpillars, and beetles. Here we go. So she's over there eating these bugs. Have you guys seen this before? Have you guys seen this before? Pepper Rookie, a large percentage of people don't wash their meat that's been touched by many dirty hands. So I'm guilty. I've gotten rid of this bug before because I didn't know what it was. So now keep your eyes kind of keen to kind of figure out what it is, right? Have you seen them before? Night shift bug, night shift slug, and cutworm patrol. They want dark, moist hiding places, ground covers. So ground beetles, they will eat the slugs and stuff. I don't have a picture of it. Oh, no problem, pretty girl. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, that's why it's called a lacewing, because you can see right through the lace wings. Right. All right. So another thing, y'all know the flies. Yeah, so when you know better, you do better. I won't send that one to its maker going forward. I won't. It looks dangerous. You know why it looks dangerous? Because it's out here eating up these aphids, and that's what we want it to do. Let me end this poll. There we go. 18 votes. So which one, squash vine borer, wins that one? Hoverflies, they look like tiny bees hovering. They vacuum up aphids too. So if you have a lot of hoverflies, we know what hoverflies look like. If you don't know, remind me later. We'll go back to the computer and do it again. Miniature pirate bugs, black and white oval bugs, both orange, teardrop-shaped young adults, suck the juices out of small insects and eggs. So we like those. Don't know what they look like. Right. So remember the tomato hornworm? If you've ever seen a tomato hornworm and it has the white grain looking things on the end, that's a braconid wasp. And those are like cocoons. It's like a wasp factory. They will kill the hornworms. Leave them. The hoverflies are all over your corn tassels. They're nasty. They are nasty. I don't like them either. But they're quote unquote beneficial insects. Spiders, those are good. They rebuild webs, and they catch a lot of the flying insects. They're like pest control. Mummy wasps. So, all right. This section is mainly for, well, this bug is for Chanel. I printed it and I enlarged it. Good morning, Habitual. Good morning, good morning. Make sure you hit the thumbs up so you don't forget to hit it on your way out. Check this out. Earwigs. They are good for your garden. However, if it's too many of them, they'll shred your plants. They're like a cleanup crew. They eat aphids and dead stuff. But when it's damp and the population explodes, they'll shred your dahlias, seedlings, and soft fruit. So, yeah. Look. Earwigs. I had them all over my corn. Assassin bugs are... She goes, why? I don't like them. Listen. So we're going to talk about good bugs that turn bad real quick. And then we're going to go to the computer and pull up some more bugs. And then if we have time, we'll figure out how to get rid of the bad bugs, the different things we could do instead of doing a totally different. They're everywhere in your garden. Listen, but that's why I said, as long as they don't explode, they're good. When they start exploding, they're bad, right? She says, I need to check my dahlias. Praying mantis. Praying mantis are good, right? Praying mantis are good. Everyone's favorite, but the mantis are not fussy about the eat, and they will happily eat other beneficial insects. Even the monarch butterfly. But be careful with the praying mantis because they will eat the other good bugs like ladybugs. Oh, you Google everything before you listen. Let me tell you what I do. I kill it first and then I ask the questions later. But that's why I say once you know better, you do better. So I'm trying to do better, y'all. So yeah, the praying mantis is good. It's very good. But it could be a predator. Hence, it's a praying mantis. It preys on things. The praying mantis, it should have enough bad bugs out there to eat. But when it run out of bad bugs, it's going to come for the good bugs. Just know that. You love butterflies. I love butterflies too. It's like you in the garden and you see them like, ooh, a butterfly. Right? So, first time, upper room, then research. Exactly. That is my method. That is my method. Oh, you saw so Chanel says, I saw my first monarch butterfly this season, so you might be doing something right. She was absolutely beautiful. Oh, earwigs come in the garage and eat the boxes on the shelves. That's crazy. That's crazy. So y'all know I don't like ants, but ants can be good. You need something for the chipmunks? Do your chipmunks like cayenne pepper? Because my squirrels laugh at the cayenne pepper, but I'm going to remain to say that they don't like it. Have you ever heard a squirrel sneeze before? When I put that real hot pepper flakes out there, they sneezed and kept it moving. Filming places. Hello, watching from North Korea. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. I don't like ants. But they haul off dead insects and they turn into aphid ranchers, protecting aphids from ladybugs so that they can harvest honeydew. Any trails up your stems means you have an aphid problem. So the reason why they're saying that ants are good are because they tell you when other bugs are bad. Chipmunks don't like rat snap traps. Yeah, the super hot powder kills mammals out. Yep. That's right. If you kill off, so there you go. You need a balance of good and bad bugs. So bugs aren't all, they're not all bad. You know, that you just gotta do what you gotta do. Thank you for the thumbs up. Love it, love it, love it. Squash bugs are your nemesis. Did you get to see my show and tell pictures of the squash bugs? Habitual, you missed it. You missed it. Squash bugs. So I'm gonna show you the squash bug, and everybody was like, ew. Here we go. This is a close-up of it, right? This is what they look like in a herd, in like a little V. Nasty, right? Yeah, ew. So here's what I don't like or didn't like. Roly-polies or pill bugs, right? Roly-polies or pill bugs. So, and I think we discussed this in another live stream. If you don't give your roly-polies or pill bugs something to eat, like if there's no organic matter, it will start to eat your very small seedlings and stuff like that. But if you have enough organic matter in your soil, the pill bugs and roly-polies will leave your plants alone. So for example, as I'm doing my raised beds here, right? Yes, roly-polies are good composters. If I put compost and chop and drop into my soil, that's all the pill bugs want. Yeah, let's see. I heard that wrapping copper tape around squash vines and the squash bug will go away. They get a little zap from the copper. Not sure, worth a try. Miss Linda and a few other people said that in her stream before, so I think they tried it. You put on gloves, pick them off, plop them into a hot soapy water bath. Torch. So it's so funny you say that about the torch. Hey Rose, how are you? Shelly has used a torch to get rid of her, like, you know, the little kitchen torch that you cook with? Hey, he keeps throwing up 6-7. Who is he? Yeah, they will go for your tender starts if you don't give them anything, the pill bugs, right? Yellow jackets and paper wasps, real caterpillar predators all summers. Late season, colony's job is done. They'll go after your ripe fruit. It works, and the eggs popping is so satisfying. Okay. Yeah, so roly-polies are good and bad. They will eat your small seedlings, but they also, yeah, but they also will help with your bed, right? Roly-polies and stuff are bad when, hey Rose, Rosie's room. Yeah, welcome back. Roly-polies, when they get really big in numbers, they're bad. So remember when I had my strawberries in the ground, I had to take them out because of the roly-polies. So assassin bugs, this is what we were just looking at. Ferocious pest eaters that also eat each other and your beneficials. Assassin bugs will stab you too, like meaning stab your finger. So be careful with the assassin bugs. Okay, be careful. So here's the takeaway from a lot of this stuff. We're going to go to the computer, we're going to look up some bugs, and we're going to look up the different things. You feed the squirrels a deer corn so they stay away from the garden side of your yard. You know, you're not. So I think Unique built a garden for her squirrels and stuff too, so that the squirrels go over there so that they can leave her main garden alone. I'm not sure how good or bad that works, but that's a thought to give them their own section. I'm kind of selfish. I don't want to give any pest a section of my garden. That's my garden. That's how I feel. I'm not doing that. The assassins are on your side when it comes to squash bugs, but they better leave your beautiful ladybug population alone. Hello, Joshua. How are you? Yes, assassin bugs will eat it. I guess when they get run out of stuff to eat, they'll eat them. Like, yeah, they'll go in and eat each other. So here's the thing. What throws off the balance in the takeaways, right? Broad spectrum sprays. I'm not telling anyone on this stream to not spray their garden. You have to do what's best for you. But broad spectrum sprays will kill pests and predators, but you can also kill good bugs too. I use broad spectrum sprays when I need to. And insecticides. I use them in my garden, but I'm not telling you to. I do it because it's easy. I don't have as much time, and I can't be out there blowtorching squash bugs and do all that other stuff, right? So think about that. Another thing, monoculture, one crop, one big buffet, no place for predators to live, right? I'm doing very well, Joshua. How are you? Joshua Gabriel. I'm doing really good this morning. No coffee, but I'm doing good. How you doing, J3? How you doing? You don't use anything, maybe some organic sprays if you get a big infestation. Yeah, so most of the time, it has to be like a true problem. Like if I go out and I'm spraying with water and doing all those things to get them off, if I go out with a blowtorch and I just keep seeing a tremendous amount of, if I put DE down and nothing happens, then I get to the good stuff. Worst case scenario, I will spray with 7 dust spray. Right. Thank you, Jacqueline, for that reminder. The time of day you spray also makes a big difference. Spray in the evenings when the bees have gone to bed. That's right. Don't spray in the morning when they're out there doing their job. Don't spray. Don't spray. What did Pepper Rookie say that was a fact? But at the end of the day, the garden with no pests would be weird, right? Yes, very will. Very, very, very. And yeah, you're right. You're right, Tag. Drift is real. So here, my husband was saying how it was a certain section of the garden. He was spraying the weeds and the wind was blowing and it drifted. And he killed a whole section of grass over here at one point. Right? Think about it. No flowers. Most predators eat pollen and nectar as adults. No flowers, no predators. Plant caraway, dill, fennel, cosmos, marigolds, spearmint to attract them to keep them around. Because of your bees, you use no chemicals. I don't blame you, J3. Matter of fact, J3, if you're by your email or by a computer, can you email me? I need to order some honey. J3 is the honey man. So I need to order some honey. The bigger one that I ordered before, I need 2. I don't know if you could send a Cash App request or something, and I'm going to have you send it to a different address this time. Yeah, you guys know. You've heard it on my videos. My grandmother used 7 dust. She uses it. She swears by it, right? So here's the other thing. Too tidy garden. Bare, raked, mulch free equals nowhere for the ground beaters and spiders to hide, right? I like to keep a tidy garden. I saw someone say that habitual squeezes the bugs with her fingers. I don't know if she does or doesn't. I tell you who won't be squeezing bugs with their fingers. This girl right here. This woman right here ain't squeezing no bugs with her fingers. I can't do it. Cannot do it. It's the absolutely not. No, thank you. Okay? Can't do it. Overwatering, overfeeding nitrogen. Listen, that's like an aphid's dream. Soft, lush growth is like aphid candy. right? Aphid candy. And I think someone said it here before, dusty, drought, stress plants, that's where your spider mites come from. You use a leaf. You know what I do? Sometimes when it's too many bugs on one leaf, I cut the whole leaf off, put it on the ground, and step on it. The crunch of the bugs is satisfying. Okay? The crunch of the bugs is satisfying. Good morning, Roshita. Good morning. Good morning. What did Unique say? Oh, I can't. They said, yuck, Unique. She said she squeezes them with her fingers. So, of all of the bugs that are good, which one surprised you the most? Type in which one, whether it's mantis, earwigs, ants. Which bug surprised you the most? Which bug surprised you the most of all the ones that we saw? While you're typing that in, earwigs, assassin bugs. I'm gonna go put up another poll for you guys, and we're gonna get right to it, and we're gonna talk about some other stuff. I see earwigs, assassin bugs, ants, all the things, right? Here's a pop quiz. Not really a pop quiz, but I just want to know what you're gonna do. What are you gonna do? Thank you for the gift. Appreciate it. We're on our way to our goal this morning. And I want to know what kind of people we got in this poll, in this chat this morning. We're going to see. We're going to see. Which ones are you doing, right? What are you doing? What did Tack say? You'll squeeze them with gloves on. But the kudzu bugs, it stains your fingers through the gloves, and you found that squeezing them calls. It calls for more of them? Oh my goodness. So again, I'll say this again. I think I said it earlier. So if you're new here, YouTube is running a thing where if you go in to be a member of someone's channel, the first month is free. Please do make sure you read the fine print, because I would hate for it to resubscribe to be a member of the channel and auto draft from your account. So if you want to be a member of this channel, the first month is free. YouTube is doing a thing, and go in and do that. You can become a member just like that. And matter of fact, I think I think I might have made this PSA. I'm away next weekend. Happy early birthday, brother. Also, thank you for the gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She sent a star. You've seen your lizards eating, and so you usually smile. Now you feel bad. Right. So here's the thing. I'll be away next weekend, and then the weekend after that, I have a conference. So you know what? Speaking of memberships, let me do this really quick for you guys. I think I have some free ones to give away. Let's see who's going to give them. Membership gifting. There we go. Thank you for the jewels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see who got them this morning. Patty, Four Seasons, Derek, Rose, Growth by Nature. All people who I have seen be active in the chat, so very well deserving. Make sure you go in and you check out these member only videos and all the things. How cool. Yes. And if you want to stay hydrated. Thank you, thank you. I like that little thing. So congratulations, everyone. And if this is not your first time getting a free membership, congratulations to you, because you know what to look forward to. I do have some sneak peeks in on some of those members only videos. There will be some sneak peeks on the members only video for this week as well. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We might hit this gift goal today. Where are we at with the gift goal? Almost there, almost there. Congratulations, everybody. So, okay. So here's the moment. You're welcome. You're welcome. Here's the moment that I've been waiting to talk for, right? Because you know I'm building a garden here, right? Building a garden here. You'll get to see a sneak peek of it. Well, you'll get to see it on next Thursday's video. But building a garden here. Reset the timer. Okay. I'm going to make it 45 minutes, so it'll last. And I'll make it less this time. Oh, y'all know what I didn't do this morning? And nobody reminded me. Shame on you guys. We've had a lot of gifts this morning, but look, I reset the goal. Thank you, Jacqueline. We're going to do this morning, right? You let me forget my hype up sound. You missed why I have a temporary garden? All right. All right, Roshita. Since you weren't here when we discussed it a few lives ago, let me tell you. My house is being renovated. My house is being renovated. So while it's being renovated, we're at the other house. And I'm putting a garden here. So we're starting out with 2 raised beds, right? 2 raised beds. And they are 6 by 3 by 2. And man, it took a lot out of me to fill one of them completely yesterday. So one is completely full. The video will be dropping on Thursday. But yeah. So we talked about the bad bugs, mostly the bad bugs, the most common ones. Yes, I am planning fall things. I'm planning cabbages, kale, collard greens. I'm going to take a shot at some Brussels sprouts. What else? Pak choy. What else? Oh, things. I'm planning a bunch of things, right? All right. So, temporary, maybe, you know how like they tell you 4 to 5 months? I'm going to say 6 to 7. But the thing is, everybody, I'm still keeping up the other garden. So my house is close to where I work. So after or before work, some mornings I leave out early. It's about, with no traffic, 35 minutes. With traffic, 45 to an hour. It's brutal. But the days that I go into the office, because I'm hybrid, I stop by the house in the morning to look so that I know what I have to do in the evening. Take a whole change of clothes, change my clothes, and I do all the things. 6, 7. All right. So yeah, I go over there. I still work in that garden. I'm in the process of, good morning, MD Zura. I'm in the process of cleaning out that garden and tidying up and harvesting. So if you've been on the channel and you've been watching and following my journey, you'll know that I've been doing a lot of harvesting, a lot of picking, flowers. So you saw that I harvest a lot of the flowers, because if I'm not there, I'm going to still be able to enjoy the flowers. So I've been doing cut bouquets, mostly of zinnias. I picked some hydrangeas. So all those things, the peppers. And at this point, y'all know I've been harvesting so much, and of course I'm eating a lot of it fresh after I wash it. But it's time for me to start processing thank you, Nisi, for the gift. Thank you. It's time for me to process a lot of these tomatoes. So they're in the freezer, and I'll tell you where I made the mistake. I did not core all of them. So it's going to take, and so I might even do a video. If you want to see a video of me processing my tomatoes, put a 2 in the chat, and maybe I'll have time to do a video. But I have been using my dehydrator on herbs. So I have like a jar full of parsley already. I've been cutting thyme. So I have thyme that I'm doing. So I'm going to try to make some type of tomato sauce We eat spaghetti here at least, or some type of pasta at least once a week. So it might not last me very long, but I should have enough twos. Okay, got it. I should have enough tomatoes to get me a few, maybe a month or so worth of sauce. Maybe even longer than that. I don't know. I'll see once I process them down. And I'm still harvesting, right? I'm still harvesting from that garden. This garden, I'm going to put a squash in it, some herbs in it, and some fall stuff. So I'm still going to plant some late summer crops, but most of it is going to be brassicas, which with doing all of this, the cabbage worms and the white flies, I'm going to have to get a cover because I noticed that when I walk around in the grass, when I walk around in the grass, I see the white flies. So that means I have to cover. We all know, Chess, we all know you're the gardener of the family. Am I also the chef? I am the chef of my family here. Am I the chef of my entire family? No, we actually have real chefs in the family. My cousin, actually, where I'm at now, lives up the street. The plan was to build him a garden this year, but then stuff started happening. So what I might do is ask my cousin, Chef Jordan, to come over and help me process, and maybe we do a food segment with him. Maybe. Do you can at all? I don't can. If I can, I water bath can. You just freeze sauce as you need it. So yeah, I am the gardener here, and on the first floor of this house, the house that we have here, on the first floor, my mother-in-law lives. So she cooks as well. She's a big help when we're working late. If I leave any meats and stuff down there, she will cook it, and then all I have to do is come home and make sides. So that is a huge help. So shout out to her, right? That deserves a little hype there. So yeah, so I'll call my cousin to maybe see if we can do, I'll record a segment of us in the kitchen. Maybe he can give me some ideas on how to process the tomatoes. Maybe I can do a from garden to table segment on processing tomatoes. That's a great idea. Thank you everybody that gave me the idea. All right, so I want to do this poll really quick because I just want to see, after everything we talked about, what we're doing about the aphids if we see them. And it was just like I thought. Big help, big help. So the poll was, if you see aphids in your garden, what's your first move? Most of you said blast with a hose. That's what I do. Some of you, 23% of you, say reach for a spray. That's a thing. Have cousin Chef, I'll have Chef Jordan come by. I'll call him and ask him to see if he has time. Wait and watch for the good bugs. I don't think I'm, and it's 4% of you said squish with your hands. No thank you. Y'all are brave. No thank you though. But yeah, you know what? Do I have a pen over here? I'm going to write a note to call. Good morning, galaxies. Plant Daddy never experienced aphids at all. Oh no, we're going to have to give you the, you know what? I'll show you. If I have them over here, I'll show you. Write a note for myself to call my cousin, right? So quick actionable things as it relates to pests, right? Quick actionable things, no jargon. Let a few things flower: dill, cilantro, fennel, alyssum, yarrow. The best results come from planting attractant plants along the edges rather than mixing them into the beds. So when you're planting out those plants that I named, right? There's the internet says plant them along sides. Just so you know, brother, aphids can come inside. They can come inside and they can be in your hydroponics. I saw that with Miss Shirley's plants, I think. Somebody had aphids indoors. Just so you know. So you are not immune. Just so you know. Right? Let's see. Did I miss something? I'm trying to do this math, but it's crazy. 2 gardens and 2 separate locations, continuous videos, and working. When do you sleep? Um, that's a great question. Pepper Rookie, sometimes I crash. Um, to answer your question, I garden really early in the morning or in the evenings after work. While I'm gardening, I try to shoot videos, so simultaneous. I edit late at night. When I'm working from home, when I take my breaks, I sometimes, other than eating, I'll I'll eat and then I'll go out in the garden for a while. Gardening is like my relaxing place. So, yeah, that's how I do it. And yes, I work my regular job in corporate. So you know what's so funny, Chanel? Me and my brother were talking yesterday, me and Plant Daddy, and we were talking about outside gardening and soil because someone in his household said something about the hydroponics, not in a positive way. So he called me and he goes, "You know what? I thought about putting a little raised bed in the back. I don't know if he's going to do it, but I said, why not? Unc alert." Oh, did I turn it off? Unc alert. Yeah, my brother is the Unc, right? Yeah, so maybe Rosita Chanel, maybe, just maybe, right? Toss some hearts and laughs and everything. Maybe we can get him to put something in the back. Worst case scenario, he can get a GreenStalk. They are on sale right now. Shameless plug. 7 tiers are on sale. You get 30% off. And if you want an extra $10 on top of that, use my code. Okay? So shameless plug there. Maybe, just maybe. All right? So also leave a messy corner. Rocks, a log, a deep mulch. It's for ground beetle. That's where they like to stay. They stay out of your garden if you leave them a little spot. How many of you guys do this? Put a 2 in the chat if you do this. You leave a water source out for the bees and the other insects and the butterflies. A shallow dish with pebbles. If you do this, put a 2 in the chat. If you leave a water source out there for the insects, let me know. You do that, Tat? I'm thinking about doing that here, a water source. I don't have it in my main garden, but I may put one over there too. Right? So a little water source never hurt. Another thing, so building a garden that fights for you, tolerate a teeny bit of damage. Now you know only for your birds, okay. Maybe try one for the insects. So I'm scared of ordering from Temu because I saw somebody order something from Temu and when it came, it was miniature size. It wasn't the right size. So yeah, no problem. All right, Four Seasons, we'll see you around. So tolerate a little damage. A few aphids are the food supply that keeps ladybugs on the property. So if you have a little bit, let the ladybugs do their job, right? That's what we want. And if you must spray, spot treat only. Don't just go in your garden and start all of it. Yeah, you got to read the description. You scared of the temptation? Look, if you must spray, spot treat only. Use the gentlest thing that works. Insecticidal soaps, BT for caterpillars, iron phosphate for slugs. And then I think Jacqueline said it before, the time of day matters. Don't do it early in the morning. Do it in the evenings. Timo is okay. Just don't fall for the little games and deals. Okay. Can't. And then scout weekly with the flashlight phone on your camera. Photograph before you squash. That is my problem. Torches for kudzu bugs. Tags, are you going to get some torches? Because if you do, can you record it so that I could see? Because for me, I get a little chuckle out of you and those bugs. Like when you showed them on your house, I was sitting here looking like, ain't no way. I would have had to spray the whole house. You're a Timo affiliate on Facebook? Maybe I'll find you. All right, so after hearing all this stuff about the bugs, right? I'm going to put up another poll. Tell me, type one thing in the chat that you're going to change in your garden this week after seeing all the bugs and everything like that. If you're not going to change nothing, write nothing. But write one thing. If you're going to buy a torch, write torch. I'm going to put up another poll. Tell me, type one thing. Move this so y'all can see the plants back there that you're going to change in your garden this week. Thank you for the jewels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My horn is over there. I'll blow it in a second. So when we come back after this weekend, that's a cute bee, right? I'm going to put this in. I'm going to leave this up so that I can see it. Tell me what you would like to talk about. Okay, so that's my art is going to make water sources for insects. Removing your bed, okay. So the soil health and composting is what I need to learn about. All right, so I'm going to leave this poll up because this helps me help you, okay? Well, she said, I ain't changing nothing. Is it because you don't have time? So I can tell you the one thing that I'm going to change. How do you get the bugs that live in your soil? Bugs like what? We're going to relocate to the computer so I could look that up. So Samara says, I'm removing herbs out of my beds and putting them in grow bags. Okay. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm moving herbs out of my GreenStalks and putting them in containers to bring over here. Nothing. So those of you that said you're not changing anything, can you tell us why? Oh, and this is for the little bee. That's for the little bee. Be more diligent. Okay. So when I go outside, I don't always look for bugs. I don't always do any of that stuff. I look at the plants. Thank you, Rudulation, for coming in. Thank you for the seed houses too. So this weekend, my plan is to go to my house, start clearing out more of the garden, the stuff that's dead. Those cucumbers, they dead. They gotta go. Okay. So Rashida says she has no plans for pests. Only thing you've been doing is using neem oil and insect netting for your greens. There you go. Good morning, Ian. You're on cleanup and planning mode. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. You want to expand with some new raised beds? What kind of raised beds are you getting? Thinking about planting some daikon radishes. Do I think it's too early? Depends on where you live. If it's gonna be like hot, too early. You're trying something new this fall. Gonna let your fall plants grow bigger at least 6 weeks before you transplant into your DWC bucket. Soil growers do that and their harvest is plenty. Yeah. So y'all know that I start indoors and I let my plants I let them come out of being babies, and I like for my plants to be teenagers before they go outside. You got some watermelon? Oh, you're going to like them. Yes. So, my raised bed took me I had about 2 inches of cardboard, food scraps, which wasn't that much, I had some dead leaves and stuff and some branches that we had cut. And it still took me at least 4 bags of 1 cubic feet of compost at the top and maybe 24 to 26 bags of 1 cubic feet each. You got to get ready to get to the garden and start some clones, but you'll have, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have a little bit of time left. You want to expand, but you're scared that you might get overwhelmed. Listen, you have to figure out, I like the taller beds because it's less bending, less on your back. Here's my suggestion, right? Instead of doing a big expansion, do a little bit at a time. So let me just plug in Monday's episode on my channel. It's one of the Garden Glow Up series. I don't know if you guys remember Growing with Burgess, right? We went to her garden and she expanded. She has a GreenStalk and she expanded her regular garden. You got to do it a little bit at a time. That's my email me. I think I have some watermelon radish seeds that I could send you so that way you don't have to buy any. And I'll be sending out seeds, I think, on Monday. So if you email me before Monday, I'll send you some. But yeah, there you go. See, Unique, we're the same. If you need them, we got them. Don't buy them. I think I have plenty. Matter of fact, it might be under I'm using some of my seed boxes as props. So yeah, between me and Unique, we got you. I feel like if you email either one of us, we'll get you some of those radish seeds. But yeah. Any questions about these bugs? Do we want to recap? Sylvia, I just sent a bunch to you. Anybody want to recap any of these bugs? Any bugs you want to see that we did not talk about? Any bugs you want to see that we did not talk about? I tell you what I'm going to do immediately after stream. I'm going to get my coffee. So tomorrow's stream, we will be, no problem, that's my art. Just email me because I may not remember. So are grasshoppers harmful? Yes. Yes and no. We're going to go right over to the computer and we're going to Google it. Let's let the internet and AI and all these things tell us about these grasshoppers. So for me, and I can talk about for me, grasshoppers have been harmful in my garden. They have eaten up some leaves. And then I talk about stink bugs. Let's see. Let's do grasshoppers first. So for me, the grasshoppers, they tried to eat me out of house and a home. Grasshoppers, they love the leaves on your plants. So yes, they will eat up a plant easily, quickly. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Ticks are, in my garden, ticks and fleas are not a thing in my garden. Chanel, did they answer your question number one? They will 100% eat up your leaves. I don't know why. So that I want to know. Yes, they're generally bad for your gardens. So like just 1 or 2 is not that bad. Oh yeah. So large numbers can quickly strip the leaves, chew ragged holes, destroy an entire vegetable during hot and dry weather. So their favorite foods, keep this in mind, Chanel. Grasshoppers. Grasshoppers, they like lettuce, beans, corns, carrots, onions, and various flowers. And you hope it burns their mouths. I don't know if they could really taste the capsicum in them, so I don't know. Do katydids cause damage? I'm gonna go to stink bugs next because CAT. They say no, Peach. So I'm not in Google. I'm in a different website. They true minor holes. What do they look like? Let me look at the images. I don't know. So I'm gonna put katydids inside. They look like a grasshopper to me. Look. So I went to Google. Hold on. Because I wanted to know what a katydid. Don't they look like a grasshopper? Look at that. Katydids. This one right here. I don't know if AI made it purple, but look at it. And they fly. Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's go to stink bugs. Katydids look like a flying grasshopper. Thank you, Peach. Stink bugs. Stink bugs look like squash bugs. And like my skin is crawling and they look nasty. Ugh. It is weird looking. Peach is saying the people's elbow unique. You be out there squashing them with your elbow. Their wings are loud too. It's scary. Sounds like a few. Okay. So stink bugs, right? I think they're harmful for your garden. So those are the ones that, so the stink bugs are the ones that have the mouth that pierces your fruit and your plants. So stink bugs are harmful, very similar to the squash bugs. They demolish your plants too. Oh, so maybe that's what you're hearing in the evening, sounding like crickets. Maybe. These bugs will have you in a spunky hen house. Yeah, you want to smoke all of them out. But does that work on all insects though? Smoking them out? Oh, they leave bumps on your okra. Look at this, right? I'm going to show y'all what I'm looking at that kind of has me kind of skeeved out. Check this out. Look at those stink bugs on that tomato. Does that not gross you out at all? It grosses me out when I look up stuff like that. Like, that's nasty. Straight up nasty. Like, look at it on the corn right here. Like, check it. Like, that's nasty. All right, Chanel, I'll switch it. But like, do you guys ever just go look up Google images as to what some of these bugs look like? It's nasty. Like, very nasty. Like, they can, right. They can that's your tomato now, right? Chanel, we on the same page. They can have the tomato. They can even have the peppers. If you get on it like that, I'm not touching that. I might even cut the whole stem off where it's at, take it and just toss it. No, you can have the whole thing. It's yours. Nasty. Mel said nasty. Absolutely. Absolutely nasty. What was I getting ready to say? I was getting ready to say something to you guys. So let me look at the poll, see what you guys said, which topic you would like cover. Okay, so we're going into fall and it seems like you guys want to talk about the fall, which we can do a lot of tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a working stream. Hopefully we take the whole time, but I have to move some of my seedlings around, have to thin out some seedlings, maybe even plant some more seedlings inside of the thing. I have to wipe down my house plant. I have to finally clean these, what is it called, leca balls or whatever, to go inside with these coleus plants. So I didn't get a chance to do them. Then in camp, my daughter brought home this little thing full of soil and said there was sunflowers in it and asked me to take care of it. So then I have to rearrange the shelves. So it's a lot of things we have to do tomorrow. And hopefully you guys can come in and give me some tips and tricks and you don't mind watching me do this stuff on a thing, they pierce tomatoes, all kinds of fruit. My gosh. Stink bugs, listen, if it were me, I would spray them because they look nasty. If I ever see a whole swarm of one bug on one plant, I'm spraying that plant because I don't have it in me to continuously see it and do all those other things. I don't have it in me, right? So today, after stream, we're going to go over to the other house and do some cleaning out. That's why they get the people's elbow. So when you say the people's elbow, you be in there like you put them on the ground and you squash them. Like, explain that to me, Unique. How we giving the bugs the people's elbow? What am I spraying them with? I'll either spray them with neem oil. I have neem oil spray. I have 7 Dust spray. I have the other more harmful insecticide, which I only used for one season. And it was when the lanternflies had first came out. So yeah, I put DE on them. I will put 7 the Dust on them. It depends on how bad it is, Peach. I am not one of those gardeners that want to immediately go to the mint oil and insecticidal soaps. I want immediate reaction. I need them all to go away immediately. I need the immediate reaction. Oh, that's just what you call it. Okay, got it. So yeah, like I said, yes, we had it was maybe 2 years ago. It was a really bad infestation of the lantern bugs. And I mean, the nymphs, the big bugs, they was just all over the place. Even like, and they weren't just attacking plants. They were just like everywhere. It was at the point where I think, so it was even longer than that ago, because at the time my daughter was in daycare. On their little playground, they had like lantern bugs that were just laying out there and they were just going out there and stepping on them. Lantern bugs in New Jersey are a problem. And we had 3 trees in our backyard. They killed the trees and we had to cut them down and keep them from falling on the house. So yeah, the lantern bugs, they start out as these little black bugs and then they grow up and then they're like the little red bugs and they get into the colorful looking bugs and they're nasty. So if you ever have lantern bugs, take care of them immediately. And that's my little ramble about the lantern bugs. As you can see, I'm very passionate about the lantern bugs, right? So we have been on a minute. Congratulations to those that are just members of the channel. It was a nightmare, Peach. It was a nightmare. Let me end this poll really quick so I don't end the stream without ending the poll. Thank you all for all the gifts. So if I combine all the gifts, we would have hit a goal today, but the timer ran out. So thank you all that did the goals today. Tomorrow's goals will be the super chat goals. Hopefully we can hit at least one of those goals tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to be doing stuff with hydroponics and different things tomorrow. It's going to be a working stream indoors. Today, I have on my long sleeves and my pants and stuff like that because I need to go start to clear out the other garden. Chanel, that's right. The lantern bug is not native to the U.S. It did come from overseas. I don't know if it's Asia specifically, but it did come from overseas. So that is not a myth. That is what happened. And they are bad, really, really bad. So, oh yeah, I didn't forget, Peach. I think it gets there next week. So we'll be doing some working inside, some with the seedlings that in soil. Some of them are dampening off. And so, Pepper Rookie, I don't know if you're here. This is why sometimes it's a bad thing that I'm super busy because I don't have time, or before I notice something dampening off, it's too late. So I have some of my seedlings that are dampening off. I'm not going to be able to save them. Some of them are leggy. I don't know if you saw my post. So I have to resolve for those things. And that's what happens when you're super busy. Sometimes you don't get to the things in the house, right? So, hey. But yeah. That is today's stream. Thank you everybody for joining in and sticking it out with me. I had fun with you guys talking about the bugs, even though some of the pictures were icky. And thanks for tuning into the comments, all the comments there. And if you're watching a replay, thank you for watching a replay all the way to the end. And I hope everybody gets out in their garden and do something today. Today I'm going over to my house to do some cleaning out. I do plan on recording while I'm there, so you'll get to see that. And maybe I'll even get to do a somewhat of a mid-August to end of August garden tour this week. So until tomorrow, let's do that. And then I will come up with some of the topics for when we start to stream again. So have a great day on purpose, everyone. Drop some seeds, get out in your garden, water, and pay attention to the insects, the good and the bad, and the good and the bad, and the good that turn into bad, right? All right, so I'll see all of you around in these YouTube streets, and we will see everybody hopefully tomorrow. Same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Peace out. Yeah, make today a great one.